So Leicester and Chelsea played out a really entertaining 2-2 draw. The goals in the second half. Chelsea's both coming from Antonio Rudiger, which was interesting in itself.
Yeah.
They played better in the first half. Leicester played better in the second half. How will both managers be feeling about it, given where they are in the table?
Well, of course, if you're Leicester, you're happier with the point than Chelsea, given the fact that you have a little bit of a buffer between fourth and, as you look further down the table, the rest of the chasing pack. But if you're Brendan Rodgers, you also know that you had the lead at home. You should have won this. And you get undone by two set pieces, by Rudiger coming up the length of the pitch and getting on the end of both, where Chilwell somehow gets caught under Rudiger. I'm not sure how that becomes a matchup that, all right, you get done from it the first time, it shouldn't happen the second time. Those are the little things that as a manager, Brendan Rodgers won't be happy with, and will be addressing with his team as to how those kind of slips cost you 2 points, because their football, particularly in the second half, was a whole lot better. At the same time, if you're Frank Lampard and you're fourth and you're trying to get a result that will see you cement your serious intentions of finishing top four. We've sat here and spoke about, seems nobody wants to finish top four. You're looking for a performance and a result to build the rest of your season on. And I thought that's how Chelsea started. But at the same time, as good as they were, and listen, I'm a huge fan of Tammy Abraham, but I thought he was left wanting at times. I thought the delivery was good. I thought some of his movement and some of his efforts, I expected better from. But then you look at the second half, how you're unable to adjust, and that is a huge concern for Frank Lampard.
It seems like defensively they have a little bit to worry about. It seems like they're a little bit frail.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the main area that he wants to address? And are you surprised that they didn't make more of an effort or weren't on the same page during the January transfer window to bring players in to address some of those issues?
Yes, I am. And listen, I understand Frank Lampard's frustrations. He has a right to express those frustrations, but I just wonder how that will play out in the dressing room, where a manager feels, where he's been so vocal, and what are the subliminal messages that players take. Now, when your team is playing well, you could say whatever you want, it doesn't bother the dressing room. But when a team is as inconsistent as Chelsea has been, it becomes a little bit more delicate of a situation, and that's what I want to see from Chelsea going on here. How they handle the news that nobody came, and Frank Lampard quite clearly isn't happy with the squad. And as much as you made the point about their frailties defensively, listen, I'm a fully paid member of the Goalkeepers Union, as I keep saying. But when you're getting left out for 38-year-old Kepa, for 38-year-old Willy Caballero, if I'm Kepa sitting on the bench, that's a huge blow to me psychologically. You can't rely on Willy Caballero from now to the end of the season. That's a goal. That's a given. He has to play in spells. Now, how is this rest going to affect Kepa going forward when he is reintroduced? Again, these are questions that we have to see how the individuals and Chelsea as a team answer. They could respond in a way that excites everybody and sees them going to finish in the top four. On the other, it could see them kind of regress, and that might be hurtful.
I was going to say, just in summary, the brightest and the best of the rest in the Premier League, third and fourth. Do you think these 90 minutes have shown that these two are basically on their way to re-qualifying for the Champions League?
Listen, it's not a bad, especially the way the rest of the results played out over the course of the day, not a bad point. You haven't lost ground. If you're Chelsea, you haven't lost ground on anybody, and if you're Leicester, you've kept that. You have your buffer zone which you earned before, but both of you are trying to find some consistency, and this result, this performance, given how different both halves were, doesn't lend to a consistency that you are hoping for between now and the end of the season.
Okay, so still work to be done from both of these sides, but they displayed once again, while they are sitting where they are, an entertaining 2-2 draw between Leicester and Chelsea.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.